Well, do you ever sit around thinking, gosh, you know what I think I'll do? I think I'll go on the internet and get $80,000, you know, just to have money for the year to do what I really want to do this year, instead of making, you know, that lousy job I have to go to every day or something like that, or fighting traffic. No, I want to sit at home and just work on the stuff that I really want to, have nobody bother me. But boy, I gotta live, you know. So I think I'll just go on the internet and get $80,000. That should be enough to live. Would that be enough for you to live? Yeah. Well, this is what this next guy did. I couldn't believe it. You know, I ran into him and actually went on a crowdfunding site, Kickstarter, $80,000. He likes developing games, you know. And so he had a little sample game that he invested some money in himself to do and things like that. And it was pretty successful. He gave it away for free. And so what happened is that he went on the internet. I said, I want to do this at home all the time, and I need $80,000 to do it. I'll give out free games. And they say, hey, that's a good idea. And people start giving him money. Yeah. You know, they got nothing back for him except keeping that guy busy, you know, to do that. Now, isn't that wonderful? I mean, how often does your boss put your arm around you, you know, and say, hey, you know, I think you're doing a great job, you know? No, look at it. They got over like 1,000, 1,500 people that gave him money so he could stay home all year just to do the stuff that he really wants to do. Man, talk about the power of the internet, yeah. It's a whole new world. I mean, you know, imagine my telling my parents, "Oh, this is what I'm going to do." I wouldn't have believed it until a year or so ago, you know, that you could do this. That's, I mean, things are changing so quickly that people are pulling the rug out of everything, and there's just new ways of doing things. So get inspired. See how this guy carved out a life of doing what he really wanted to do. He had no money himself, but he got it on the internet. Well, Henry Smith of SleepingBeastGames.com, and you're the only person I met who found out how to go on the internet and have people give you money for nothing. They're not getting anything except you and Frieza. I have to steal this idea from you and and do it. But you went on crowdfunding and you're using it like a French painter or something, and having people be your patron, but you have thousands of people being your patron to develop cool games. I mean, these games look terrific. What made you think of this?
Well, I had already made a game for free, some savings that I had, and the response was pretty overwhelming. I never expected it to be as well received and as popular as it got. This game was called Space Team, in case you've heard of it, and so it made me think that I want to keep doing this. I want to keep making games, but deciding how much to charge for them, or which pieces to separate off and offer some things for free and other things for money. That's not the stuff I wanted to care about, and I just wanted to make games and be sustainable. So I decided to reach out to people and see if they wanted to keep seeing new games from me. If they liked Space Team, I'd like to keep making more games, similar games, and so could they help me? Because I still need to pay my bills.
Details.
I want to keep making games for free. I want to keep releasing games for free so that they're accessible to everybody. And so I tried this as an experiment, because I mean there are a lot of other successes on Kickstarter, but they've always been focused on projects. Yeah. I wanted to try something that was about focusing on a creator, a developer, instead of a project. And so all the games that come out of the campaign are going to be free for everybody, not just for the backers.
So in other words, people are using you, or you are like a national treasure. People, you have thousands and thousands of people now giving you money so you don't go away and keep making your games for everybody. So you have 2,000 people believe you're a national treasure, not just you.
One way of looking at it. No, I think it's just people who like what I've done before and want to see more things from me. So it's kind of like a fan club or a membership club. Yeah. That's how I positioned it. So yeah, in fact, some of the rewards for the supporters are special membership cards or patches or a special certificate that says that you're a member of the club. And so yeah, they're not games directly, but they will also get games as well, just like everyone else. So yeah, it's so I wouldn't go as far as national treasure, but
but why not? I mean, it's sort of like, as a community, we're really not. It's selfish in a way, because we want to keep you doing this because we appreciate it so much. But it's not for just you. It's not buying a gift just for you. You're buying it for everybody too. Right. Yeah. And so you're contributing to you, so you're there for everybody to help them have better lives with your work, you know. So that's why, so everyone's thinking bigger than themselves, you know.
I hope so. I hope that's what people are thinking, because yeah, I wanted, I was hoping that some people would think, well, why would I pay for this?
I'll just wait till the guy fails and keep doing it.
Yeah, there's a real chance that if I don't get the support, then I won't be able to afford to make the games, and so nobody will get them. And so yeah, it absolutely is. Like a few people need to be, I guess, generous enough to realize that the money they're contributing is going to help everybody.
Exactly. I mean, like, I'm contributing to the school system. I don't have kids in school, right? But
it's definitely a sort of a more social kind of program, kind of funding model.
But you using it, yeah, I mean, but that's capitalism in a way, a new form of capitalism, I guess, because you're exchanging money. Maybe it's called different something else, I don't know. But to me, what's so clever and unique about you is that you figured out how to use capitalism, but with a socialist tint in some way.
Great. I mean, I'd love to see more like funding for like arts and creative pursuits, and I think everyone benefits from that. Not just the. I mean, obviously the people who get to receive and enjoy the art or the creations, but also the creators themselves. Even if the art isn't popular for everyone, isn't like hugely successful, the act of creation, I think, is very important for people, and I think it can be cathartic, it can be joyful, there are all sorts of things that creating art can like people use it in therapy, right? So
right. Oh, absolutely. Art therapy, everything. Well, I mean, this is what my understanding of what's going on in China now. They don't feel they're creative. They learned how to learn physics, you know, in 16 lessons or whatever, and the whole country now knows physics, but they can't create anything. So they're trying to steal from us how to be creative now.
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of creative people there as well. But
Ai Weiwei is one of them.
But yeah, no, I think that being creative just in general is very beautiful, and so I think that it's an important thing to have, and I think more people need the opportunity to do it. Yeah.
So in other words, if we encourage more people like this to be creative, then, I mean, to me, creativity is really getting all the problems we have. I mean, we have to be creative in solving problems, not only creating art, but, and I think that instigates the rest of us to think differently, and that's why I go to see art, how I could shake my head, give myself a kick in the head, yeah, and that's what you do. But I mean, this is a wonderful model. I mean, and now I think we're in a society that's changing all the models. Before, you used to have to go to a game manufacturer and be told what to write. You're right. And what they think, some guy with a fat guy with a cigar thinks is sellable, and then you got to do it, and that's not art.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think there's a place for both things. A place for commercial art as well, but for truly independent art, where you don't have to make compromises based on what you think will sell to the mass market. Yeah, I think there's so much more innovation and diversity that can come out of that, and you know, voices that wouldn't have been heard otherwise, and you can tell messages that may be controversial or unpopular, but still need to be told. And so, yeah, I think that having no restrictions like this is incredibly powerful.
But you found a way to use capitalism, which crowdfunding is a form of capitalism now, to satisfy your heart and your soul and to grow as much as you can. And it's a new way, because the other way of capitalism, you were an organization, you couldn't grow as much and as fast as you can. But now you've done it. So that's why I mean, you're paving a way for the rest of us to grow.
I hope that some people can learn some lessons from it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm certainly not the first person to come up with this idea. And we were talking about Patreon earlier,
right? Exactly.
Which is definitely a very similar have very similar goals, and I love what they're doing there. But yeah, I thought that it was I needed to start something new to put this out there and at least start a discussion about this kind of thing, because it's not usually how Kickstarter works, and I wanted to try this as an experiment to see if it was possible. So yeah, I think, and it did generate some discussion. I mean, I haven't seen other people doing the same thing so far, but I think that it certainly got people talking, and people have been referring to it as something that worked, and it's a new idea. So
absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're here in an art in doing games and an art on figuring out how to get money too.
It's a perfect situation for me.
Absolutely, it's wonderful. So keep on being clever enough to stay in and work on the way, because so you're working on something that you really be passionate about, because no one's telling you what to do. I mean, that's my theory anyway. And so we go to sleepingbeastgames.com to way to be a patron, right?
It's too late to be a patron on the Space Team Admirals Club, which was my Kickstarter, but I am going to open membership again soon. So yeah, if you go to sleepingbeastgames.com, you'll be able to find my game and find others to support me.
But you see the games anyway, the free ones, right? The free ones are there. Yeah, so go see the free games at least at sleepingbeastgames.com. Thank you so much, Henry. A pleasure to be with you. And
thank you.
Don't stop.
Bye.